And, out of nowhere, we got a letter from the city. They claimed our garden was a safety hazard because the hedge was overgrowing the pavement. It had poisonous berries that could be dangerous to children. The city wanted me to take better care of my gardens, so I had them approved by the local Nature Conservation Association. The folks over at Pro Revenge thought this story belonged here. So, here I am. My house is surrounded by two gardens, one in the front, facing the street, and one in the back, bordering my neighbor's gardens. When my parents and grandparents moved in 26 years ago, they planted a thick hedge around the entire property. They also installed a rose arch over the pathway to the front door. And my grandfather? He was always out there, planting, weeding, keeping everything perfectly tidy. But when he passed away in 2002, the garden was neglected for a few years. My parents were still working, and my brother and I were busy with school and university. Then, around 2005, my mom read an article about planting for the bees, and that changed everything. She took over the gardens, planting lilac, rhododendrons, roses, and all kinds of berries. Later, we even added raised garden beds for kitchen herbs. Now, my mom is over 70 and has officially transferred the house to my brother and me, so we won't have to deal with taxes when we inherit it. Since then, I've been taking care of the gardens, sporadically, at least. But honestly, I love them in their wild shape. Birds, bees, bumblebees, butterflies. In autumn, we even get hedgehogs, and recently, a fox came by, which sent my cats into a panic. Then, out of nowhere, we got a letter from the city. They claimed our garden was a safety hazard because the hedge was overgrowing the pavement. It had poisonous berries that could be dangerous to children. Now, here's the thing. My brother trims the hedge every single month, so it's not overgrowing the pavement. And those berries? Yes, they're poisonous, but they're surrounded by thorns, so you'd have to be really determined to get to them. Plus, they're a vital food source for local birds. So, I reached out to our local Nature Conservation Association and asked if they'd take a look. Maybe even suggest ways to make the gardens even more eco-friendly. They came by, walked around, and then told us, we rarely see gardens this in touch with nature. They officially approved our garden as especially nature-friendly, and then they contacted the city on our behalf. Since our city loves to brag about once being one of the green capitals of the country, they had to back down. Moral of the story? Don't mess with my gardens.